Recording in progress. Nice. Hi everyone. This is Gunilla again on a spiritual fika that we say in Swedish, but this, well, what are we going to call it in English, Sherry? Like a spiritual chat or?
Yeah, spiritual chat's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will just introduce my dear friends here. It's Chere Nelson. She's my best friend, and we have known each other for years and years now. Then we have Anna Parfa. Me and Anna, we have been working together in a book project before, like 2 or 3 years ago. And the same thing with Kajsa Levander. We have also known each other from the book group. So, sorry, why don't you start, Sherry, and tell the viewers a little bit on who are you?
Okay, who am I? Yeah. Let's see. Well, my real name is Cheryl Louise Gifois from my mother's side, Nelson from my father's side. I'm an American. I've been in Sweden for 28 years. So why aren't you speaking Swedish? Well, that's because there is healing that comes when I speak English, which is a very high vibrational language, and it comes out. Yes, I can speak Swedish, but the vibration doesn't exist then. So, and I fumble around because I haven't had to speak Swedish for a long time. So pardon me for this. Anyway, but it is my strength. So I'm a healer, and what I am currently using is light language mostly and hands-on healing my own way. I've been doing work since the 80s with Reiki 1, 2, and Master, etc., and then everything else I've done. So I have noticed recently, just today, I did 2 light language sessions that were so powerful. I couldn't believe it. So some things happened inside me that made me really wake up and see what was going on. So anyway, I love healing. I love this idea. And I'm grateful that we all joined together for this. So thank you, Gunilla.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for it. Now, let's see. Anna, who are you?
Who am I? I'm wondering myself.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
No, I live in the north of Sweden, and I'm a nurse, a specialist nurse, and I'm trained now to take care of children at the healthcare station. And I'm also a hypnotherapist. But first of all, maybe I'm a mother. And I'm also a spiritual grief counselor online. And I also do distance healing, and I'm very strong. I also have developed my own method. And I'm a science journalist, and I'm an author. So I tend to kind of, some days I'm only a nurse, and some days I'm only like a spiritual grief counselor. And that is the work that really is so close to my heart, because everything I write about is about emotional recovery in some ways. So I have recently published a few books, The Hidden Grief of Children, Hela din sorg in Swedish. It's heal your whole grief. And today I published Child Recovery.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well done.
It has been so much work, and I'm very happy to publish it today. And we've been working on it for a long time. So everything I do, it comes to one thing, and that is to help people feel better on an emotional level. So I've done a lot of things. Like I'm a chakra therapist also, but I'm not working with that so much, only the distance healing.
That's great.
Yeah, so we are all global light workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
And Kajsa, who are you?
I am a bridge between modern science and old wisdom, working with heart-to-heart communication and especially with animals, healing animals and healing people with the help of animals.
Wow.
So, and basically, I work mostly online and to the English-speaking community. So, and so I've recently launched 2 new programs. One with what I call TLC, it's Totally Life Clearance. And that is 3 different elements. One is healing, sort of, and clearing yourself. The other one is clearing your environment, both your spiritual and physical environment. And the third module is clearing with animals. And you can use them, just have one or combine them as you want to.
Wow.
And there I'll also use the common theme there is a bespoke essential oil and a drum healing session. So that's the thing that's really thing that's keeping them together.
Yeah.
It's all in them. And then I have a bigger program that's going to be 2 years, and it is most knowing your inner knowing. So, and I'm also a trainer with Peter Sage's Elite Mentorship Forum, and there I work together with a Portuguese lady who lives in Switzerland. So we are also working in English.
Interesting. Wow.
And when you were talking about the vibration in the English language, it's interesting because since I was about 12, I've been doing my journaling and mostly my thinking, and I get my downloads in English.
Mhm.
If
Wow.
I get them translated,
Yeah,
mostly it's just energy.
Yeah.
exactly. And that's funny though, the English language. It feels easier and more appropriate to talk about spiritual things in English because you have so many different kind of words in English that you don't have in Swedish, and it feels more more natural in a way.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah.
when I've been writing my chapters, I've been writing them in English and translated them to Swedish. So now I'm in the process of translating them back and combining them and doing something more to do my first whole book.
Oh, wow. Nice. Wow.
Yes, really.
Wow.
Mm.
We have a lot of different kind of input and energies around global light work and different kind of aspects, and it's so interesting.
It is.
So
Why
yeah.
don't you, Gunilla, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that because I'm like thinking those who follow me on Facebook or whatever, they know me. Otherwise, they wouldn't follow me. So I'm like, oh, they know who I am. So, well, I am also a healer, of course, you know that. And And I have been doing this mostly with you, Chere, for like 10 years or something. So we have been working a lot, Chere and I. And then we also work separately with different kind of modules. You are very much into light work, light language nowadays. And I discovered this to be this little, what do you call that? In Swedish, we say spiders in the web. The spider in the web that kind of connects everyone. And I like that part because I think it's nice to hook up with the sisters out there in the web and get you to meet each other and maybe I mean, this kind of discussions or gatherings are so important because you might say something or that someone else needed to hear right now, or your modules that you are working with. There is someone out there that needs that module, your help, your healing method. So I think this is my calling.
Great.
So this is one of the ways I heal. It's doing this besides the ordinary healing sessions. Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about global light work. I mean, maybe I can start with we have done a lot of global light work, you and I, Chere, through the years. And I remember many of them have been, we kind of felt like drawn to if there was something going on in the world. Maybe there was a crisis somewhere or something had happened. Maybe that there was an earthquake or a fire or whatever. Then we felt like, oh, we need to go in there and soothe everything up or maybe help with our energies and stuff like that. That was the main thing, right?
Yeah.
That kind of global light work.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of still what I'm doing with some other people that do light language with me. But what we realized, every once in a while we do it for ourselves, because I think that's the part that comes up rapidly, that you must work on yourself too. And it's 3 of us that join every week, and it's very, very powerful. So all of us feel tremendously lifted afterwards, because the world can be a tough place out there. You know.
Yeah, right.
So yeah. So that's how I'm really using it now. And we focus on, the 3 of us focus on like the same thing Gunilla and I did, an area in the world or a belief that's coming forward in the world, or supporting a candidate that we like, or, you know, anything like that that's more international, it's more global.
Yeah, right.
So that's how I'm using it at the present time.
Okay. I remember from our work, we when we did our global light work, we had a lot of higher dimensional beings coming in, and gave us assistance, and that could be all from like galactical beings to angels to in that kind of area. Is that the same thing with you guys now during the light language, or
it's
different?
Usually what comes through are galactics.
Oh, all right.
And all of us are a little bit different. I'm mostly Lyron, but I've been kind of all over the place as an embassy of the light, apparently. And the other one is much more grounded and really is works with sort of earth things in the Canary Islands. She's from there.
Okay.
And then the woman from Oslo is a lawyer, and she works with kind of her clients and exposes them to a little bit higher vibration. And I mean, she's completely awesome. She lives in Oslo. So it's really, really fascinating when the three of us get together, and we always know, all three of us, exactly what we need to do. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can
anyway,
imagine.
yeah.
High frequency there.
Mm-hmm.
So
And collaboration.
Yeah, it's really a nice collaboration. And
Yeah.
that's what Gunilla and I had too. It was called Global Collaboration of Light. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the key word, collaboration.
Really it is. Yeah.
That's much needed nowadays.
Oh,
So
yeah. It really is.
So what do you think, guys? Anna or Kajsa, do you have anything you want to share with your kind of light work, global light work?
The global thing that I do is more that I work on a global market.
Mm-hmm.
So I work with people from sort of all over the world, and depending on their needs. But it's also, as I said, especially in the element of clearing your environment, then it gets a lot that you need to go out and clear something and guide your client to do it also. So it's both a healing and a bit of teaching them how to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Is it usually, Kajsa, with the client or with the animal? That are you understanding animal language?
Yes. And
Oh.
I'm not a what we call a animal communicator.
Yeah.
Because I am open to communicate with animals, but
Wonderful.
I do not have any expectation of them to communicate with me.
Okay.
And I'm not going to prove anything. So I'm just open to receive and give messages. But I'm not going to prove that I am actually talking to your animal, or it's your animal that's giving because usually it feels like you are putting for me, it feels like I'm putting the animal in the sofa at the drinks, and they don't have any choice to if they want to communicate or not. You're just supposed to do it.
Okay.
So a lot of what I've been taught when it comes to animal communication, for me, it feels like emotional rape.
Okay.
Because you do not really, you ask for permission, but you're just doing it anyway, sort of. You're expecting that the permission will come.
Okay.
And it might work for someone else, but not for me. So for me, it's everything is about the heart-to-heart communication, to really feel the other being, whether it's a human or it's a tree or if it is an animal.
Okay.
Right.
Beautiful.
So that's where I have my roots, so to say.
Yeah. Nice. I'm very curious about the animal connection, and because I don't have that gift, so for me it's very intriguing about the the animal connection and talk to them or feel them in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that is really beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you.
But that's also the beauty of it, that we have our different special gifts.
Yeah, right.
It's
we are kind of like different rays in the spectrum, because the spectrum is like so huge and there are different colored rays or whatever, and
Yeah.
every ray and every color is equally important. So yeah.
And we all have it inside us, but it's not that when we are here on this earth, we are here to feel and experience the separateness.
Mm.
And the delicious thing about being separate and to connect.
Yeah.
True.
Like reconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We start separated and then we are on a journey to reconnect.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, and that is a journey, right?
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Anna, how is your global light work going? What are you doing?
Yeah, so at the moment I am mostly writing. So my message is, like, for example, in this book, Inner Child Recovery, it's about very scientific methods like breathing methods and practical mindfulness practices, exercises. And also, I write a little bit about how a grief recovery work can help to also heal the inner child when we do grief recovery work on the childhood relationships. So I think I see my books like seeds. I just throw them out into the world, and I hope that they will flourish somewhere in people's hearts.
Yeah.
Because I think you can learn a lot from reading a book. I also, of course, I'm here for the reader if they would like to work more. I could work like with the grief recovery work online, with hypnosis online. I can work with anybody as long as we can find a time because there are different time zones. But that's interesting that we can work globally nowadays. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
So I can also send a distance healing if that is an option. If it's requested, sometimes I can feel what they need, because often I start with the grief recovery work. It's like the base, it's the foundation of my healing work, because I see the grief recovery, the grief counseling is like when you clean a house, then first you do all the heavy stuff, and then you adjust further. So when we do the grief counseling, then you take care of the emotional wounds from the childhood and up, all the small things, minor and major losses, not only the major losses, not only death, it's also about trauma, illness, separations, conflicts, bullying, anything that caused emotional suffering, anything. So we take care of that first, and then we go up in vibration, and sometimes we need different tools for different layers of vibration. So I try to work from the bottom and up and from the inside and out. So I have different tools for different kinds of issues. But what I want to do with my books is I want to raise questions. I want people to question, like, how was I socially programmed? Because we are all socially programmed. We think that we live in this reality, and there are so many layers of dimensions and vibrations in this reality. And lots of people, they are not quite aware of that we live in an energy world.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's scientifically proved. So it's still difficult to explain. So what I want to do with my books is I want to send in seeds, like it's going to grow something. It's going to grow a little flower. It's going to be bigger. It's going to awaken their minds. My readers, I want them to be more awake and understand that it's possible to heal. It's possible to heal anything. It's possible to think differently and feel differently. Not any one of us is really broken. We are not, we say we're heartbroken. We are not. We are just always healing towards the next step. We are always like going forward, even if it doesn't feel like it. And when we are, sometimes there are difficult challenges in life, difficult life events. We lost our daughter. It was terrible. And still I knew 7 years before I even got pregnant, I knew something really bad would happen. A catastrophe would happen at the birth. But I wasn't allowed to see everything. And then I understood that, okay, we planned this together because I was going to learn this very hard lesson. It's a very difficult and painful lesson. And we're together. So we're together. She's there and I'm here and we're working together. And we are helping so many people with grief recovery work. Due to this, it's planning on another level. And we just have to live the life that we have planned and that it was given to us. We just have to live and learn and teach.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
But a really beautiful gift.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Really. Wow.
It is.
I was thinking while you were talking there, Anna, that I think it's easier for people to understand the work that we are doing nowadays compared to just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Because now that they can prove that there are different dimensions and that we are living in a program and stuff like that. I mean, they have proved it. Well, not so many people maybe know that have been proven, but somehow it's stuck there in the cloud somewhere. And that affects the whole collective, I think. So so it's a little bit easier nowadays.
It's much easier now because, when I started, it was a really long time ago. I felt so queer. I felt very like an alien with my psychic abilities and everything, only in my early 20s. And I was 17 when I kind of woke up to this new world. And and the frequency was so low and so slow and, like frozen syrup. It is much easier now. The vibration is going up and we can feel it and I can feel it's much easier now. And before I was maybe 25 years ahead of time. Now maybe only 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we can use this kind of digital tools to connect.
Yeah.
And also to send our messages out.
Exactly. Exactly.
As Anna, you the ebook you are giving out today, it's possible to reach a lot more people just because it's out there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, beautiful tool that way.
Exactly.
I think the ripple effects is getting much easier to see because we can connect and we can in another way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I
what-
think
Before
one
we
of the
just could send out the energetical threads towards each other, but we couldn't really connect in this kind of setting
Mm.
because we're not exactly in the same place.
no.
No, and we can have a beautiful conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One of the funny things about light language is that, I mean, it really does sound funny. And a lot of times I did it for my entire family for Thanksgiving, and a lot of them started laughing. There were probably 20 people there. And I know that that was just nervousness that came up as an expression. And then that person who laughed came to me and said, I laughed at you, but something happened to me. And he proceeded to tell me. So, I mean, it does sound really strange, but I love it. It works for me. So it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it kind of sounds funny. Well, it
Yeah,
does.
it does.
You're right.
It does.
But something is happening.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's energy.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, it works for me.
Yeah.
Yes, and whatever works is good.
Absolutely. Yeah. And people know I'm weird anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But Anna, I'd love your book.
Yeah,
Where can I get that?
yeah, I can put, is it possible to put the link into the chat?
I think so, right?
Yeah,
I
can-
think you can
Why?
put it in the messages.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
no, it is.
There, at Amazon. Okay.
It's at
Okay.
amazon.com.
Okay. Perfect.
Right.
Is
And
it Kindle or a book or both?
It is going to be both, but today it's only an ebook and a Kindle version. So
Okay,
it's
perfect.
going to be published as a paperback too, but now the free version, it's free now for 3 days, the promo
Okay.
days. So today and Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be for $0.
I have already downloaded it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I tried to do it, but I was on the phone, so it didn't work. So
Yeah, it
I'll
works.
do it from the computer. It's
Have to be on the .com, the Amazon.com.
yeah, it was on
Yeah.
Because Amazon.se doesn't work. It
Doesn't
only
work.
has the
No,
paper.
I know.
Yeah.
The paperback is soon to be ready for purchase.
Great.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that it is ready, and I'm so happy if you later would leave a review also.
Okay, great.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm just so interested in both of your work. I think and of course, Gunilla's. I mean, it's just wonderful. And we're all so diverse, and yet we're coming together in such a beautiful way.
Yeah, I love that too. I mean, we are so completely different, all of us, but the core is healing in some way, and the way can be so different and so powerful. So, yeah.
I want to say something in these days. It's very, very important that we all have the courage to step forward and say that I do this and I can help. Because what the world needs right now is healing, because we need to clear all the karma. We need to clear a lot of karma. There is not one way to do it. There are thousands of ways to do it. And we all are needed in our personal ways. We are all needed, all the different kinds of methods, because they are specific to certain individuals.
Yeah.
So what is suited for someone maybe is not suitable for someone else. So we just find a way, and we need to help this planet, Mother Earth, to
Oh yeah.
clear the karma, not only for the humanity, not for human beings only, but for the planet. We need to raise in vibration to help the planet. So that it's so important. No one should do anything else than think about how can we clear the karma, clear all the emotional issues, clear it, because we need to go up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we do.
And
Yeah.
I mean, especially nowadays, it's so polarized out there. It's like, I remember just a few years back, maybe 5, 6, or 7 years, you could talk to someone and disagree, and that was okay. Where did that go? Now it's like, if you are not thinking like I am thinking, then I cannot even talk to you anymore, or we cannot even be friends or whatever. It's such a polarized world now. So, oh, we are really needed. Healers are needed desperately.
Realize that our own healing journey is also, it is like a spiral.
Yeah.
Sometimes we feel like, okay, I thought I was finished with this,
Mm,
but now it pops up. But
exactly.
yes, but we have moved on, so it's from a different angle, and so it's another layer that we can heal. And as you said, Anna, something that could be, this is what I need now. It could be something totally different when we are experiencing almost the same thing, but from another level.
Mm-hmm.
Then we might need to, and as you said, Gunilla, today, that you found someone that gave you some keys
Yeah.
to really unlock some of your secrets.
Exactly. And that is a perfect example of what you guys just said, that I have been searching for a healer that could really help me for years now. And it didn't go all the way in, or how to say it. It didn't feel complete with anyone until I found this one. And thank you, Chere,
Yeah.
for telling me about her. And she was amazing for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I was her client.
Yeah.
And for me.
And
Yeah.
for you, yeah, right. So, I mean, there are so many powerful healers out there. So just like pick and choose.
Yeah. But also know that it might not, if you met her 10 years ago, it
Exactly.
might not have been because you weren't ready for it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
So that we need to be sort of open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So that
I had another conversation earlier today, and during that conversation, it just hit me with the awakening process that we all go through in different kind of ways, depending on where we are in life or whatever. You know this. But it hit me that I have felt like you said, sometimes you feel like you are kind of done, like there isn't anything more to learn or do, because there isn't anything that is in the right vibration. And then all of a sudden something happens to you. And for me, I just recently got a really big awakening, boom, like a slap in the face. And that was when our friend Mira died recently.
Yeah.
And I thought, before I heard that, I thought that I was a person that are like strong in my beliefs, and I show everyone who I am, and I stand in my own power and all of that, because I am a very strong person since years now. But that trauma, because it is a trauma when you lose someone like that, it's now I'm like, there isn't anything more important in life than being yourself. Nothing. It doesn't matter who you are with or the circumstances or anything. Just own you and own who you are, what your beliefs are. I mean, I'm done with the facades, the charades that are going on out there.
Oh, Chere disappeared.
Oh, where did she go? Oh, there she is again.
Something happened with the
Oh,
connection.
there she is. Hi, Chere.
Bad internet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you have that.
Yeah, and that's so true, Gunilla. It's very true, and we need to just expand and be more and more ourselves. And that is a journey, of course. And you need to just work so hard on accepting who am I, and that's why I was a little bit laughing at myself in the beginning. So, who are you? Yeah, I'm wondering.
Don't know.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
we discover new things all the time within ourselves. We allow us to discover new things within ourselves.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for saying that. It is so important. Just, the only thing we need is I am me, and that's enough.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Sort of, I am full stop.
Yes.
And then we can add the labels and identities that's authentic to us.
Yes, exactly.
But we can put them on and take them off.
Exactly.
Like
clothing.
Yeah.
Change clothing, change labels or attributes or whatever.
Yeah. Because even if it's authentic to ourselves, we have different sides.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Because we are different persons depending on who we are interacting with at the moment too. So we are different all the time, changing like this. But the core, that is what is important. And stand in your power and in your light, and don't care about whatever other person out there think of you or say to you or whatever. Just own yourself. And because we cannot change another person anyway. We can just change ourselves and the way we are reacting or whatever. That's the only thing that we can focus on or
Yes, and the core, we can never change the core anyway. We are the perfect diamond inside, the authentic self. And that is so comforting to know that we are perfect, all of us. We are perfect. We just have, like a little bit of dirt on the surface that sometimes we have to clean.
That's what I absolutely love.
Love dirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that. Once in a while.
Dive down into the gutter and see what's when we are dusting there and see what diamonds comes up from something that we think is something that we don't really want to see in ourselves.
Exactly.
Because it's so often our biggest strength.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. And
if
we all
just can see them and own them, but we also have our blind spots.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
We all have something to learn, all of us.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
What's so fun?
Yeah, always.
And sometimes it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Break.
Yeah.
Do I have to learn anything more? And it's like, boom, yes, you do. Life gives you something like, okay, I had to learn that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mira, she really taught how to be true to yourself, very true to who you are. And that was truly her greatest gift on earth, to she was, you know, no compromising at all with who she is. Who she is. She is still there. And I know she can hear us, and she can absolutely, I know she is reading all the things that I have been writing to her. And still, it's very difficult that she had to leave her body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
leaves a really big emptiness
Yes, it's such
and the
a
vacuum.
I feel it was too soon. Even if normally I feel like, no, it's always planned. I feel like, no, this is like shit happens sometimes on Earth.
Yeah.
What happened? It feels like it was too soon. And yeah, well, we will have to talk about that later when I die. So we will have a chat about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, things happened so that the plans changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The plan changed.
Yeah.
Because this wasn't supposed to be like this. But
No.
It's yeah, but it's exciting to be alive so
Yeah.
long.
It is. Yes, it is.
Sometimes life takes you on a detour.
Yes.
That wasn't planned, but like, okay, now I'm here. Whew, what am I going to do about this?
Oh,
I haven't been here before. That's how it feels, like completely lost inside and scared and grief and all of that kind of stuff, all at the same time. But I think, I mean, she was the one that I was thinking about while I was posting that post on Facebook a few days ago, asking if someone is going to catch my hook here. Is someone going to join my Sisters in the Weave kind of spiritual chat? You know, Mira was in my mind then. And what the funny thing is, the first video I made yesterday, in the end of that video, I saw in the tree just there in the neighbor's garden, there was a magpie there. And that is so Mira, magpies. And it was jumping up and down from the branches, like see me, like this. And I'm like, what's that? That's a magpie. Oh my God. So
yeah.
it's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows
Yeah.
what she knows.
And I didn't know her, but I know her.
Yeah.
I know her.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
So
but it was yeah. It's still difficult to sort of remind yourself that every morning that, oh no, I'm not. I can't
Yeah.
just lift the phone and have a chat, have our morning chat.
Yeah. Right.
But I'm also very, very grateful that I had the opportunity to visit her near the end and have that moment of taking over some things and while she was still alive.
That's
So
beautiful.
it was really beautiful.
Yes, that's beautiful.
So it felt definitely as a gift to be able to.
Of course. And she is there orchestrating the meetings and
Yeah, she is.
she's
Of
there.
course. Of course. Yeah.
All right.
Who knows?
So I had a thought, but then it just disappeared. So I don't know what I was about to ask you guys. Maybe some of you have something to say. So please do while I'm thinking.
Oh, it feels like this was a really nice meeting, and so nice to meet you, all of you. and remember that we are sisters in the weave and we are here for each other. And it's very important that we stick together and support each other, because we all were killed in many lives before, in previous incarnations. So it is difficult to be this little bit special that we are.
Yeah.
It is, we all have some kind of resistance, because it's difficult to stand out. So I'm very grateful for seeing you here and talking, and I'm very grateful for the support that we can give each other.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe this is time to wrap things up.
Yeah.
So I will stop the recording and then we can say our goodbyes and talk to each other a bit afterwards. So I really hope that this was something very interesting for others to listen to. And well, we don't know. Maybe we will do this again in the future.
It would be lovely.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye,
Thank you.
viewers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.